سلام بچه‌ها، حالتون چطوره؟ امیدوارم که حالتون خوب باشه. امروز هم اومدیم با یه بخش تثبیتی دیگه و امیدوارم که از این بخشمون هم استفاده کنید. اگه تا این لحظه این چنل رو ساب نکردید، ساب کنید، لایک و کامنت یادتون نره و اینکه زنگوله رو حتما بزنید تا هر وقت براتون فیلم جدید آپلود کردم ازشون مطلع بشیم. بازم میگم چون ترتیب قرار گرفتن فیلم هامون دقیق بنا به دلایل مشخص نیستش و فعلا روتین مشخص نیست که هر روز فیلم داشته باشیم یا یک روز در میون یا 2 روز در میون. بنابراین زنگوله رو حتما بزنید تا هر وقت براتون فیلم آپلود کردم ازش مطلع بشید و بتونید ازش استفاده بکنید. امروز هم بخش دیگه از تثبیت لغات رو با هم دیگه داریم. بریم ببینیم به چه شکلی هستش و ازشون استفاده کنید.
unruly, 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 unruly.
He makes an unruly scholar.
And therefore cannot be ruled.
But he makes an unruly scholar. But he makes an unruly scholar. But he makes an unruly scholar.
It appears to be a protest of some kind, and officials are describing the crowd as unruly.
Unruly mob. But wait, what's this?
And now some unruly criminals who are also policemen are
Rival, 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 rival.
Rahat's WWE career had come to an end. Challenges awaited him as Brett headed to the rival WCW. Would lose the title that night, but a new rival was waiting in the wings. Bret Hart's WWE career had come to an end, but new challenges awaited him.
Violent, 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 violent.
Cyberterrorism. Violent crimes, narcotics, cyberterrorism.
Please say violent robbery if your life was in peril.
For the first time in my life, I began to know really violent thoughts. For the first time in my life, I began to know really violent thoughts.
He's violent enough already.
Brutal, 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 brutal.
And dark. Rome is the light. It is brutal and cruel and dark. Rome is the light.
They're not human, they're brutal!
Must have been brutal.
Opponent, 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 opponent.
Your opponent. More than just a man in the mind of your opponent.
An open man can't see a blind man, and it will cost you twice the ante to see your opponent.
Now, my young opponent here wants to gut the Gotham Renewal Program, established by
Brawl, 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 Brawl.
In the ensuing brawl. This is not a duel, it's a brawl.
The doctor said you were hurt in a street brawl. The doctor said you were hurt in a street brawl. The doctor said you were...
Duplicate. 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 Duplicate.
Somebody made a duplicate of my vault. It was staged. Somebody made a duplicate of my vault. It was staged. Somebody made a duplicate of my vault. It was staged. Somebody made a duplicate of my vault.
No, I'm not sure I can duplicate the intensity I had the other day.
Vicious. 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 Vicious.
Enterprising, aggressive, outgoing, young, bold, vicious. This vicious young hoodlum will be transformed out of all recognition. He's enterprising, aggressive, outgoing, young, bold, vicious.
The vicious tragedy and senselessness of the brutal shooting, as well as the victim's final moments, were all caught in graphic video, which we are...
Whirling. 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 Whirling.
The molecules are whirling. The molecules are whirling.
He saw the stars above his face whirling on their silent and sleepless axis, and the leaves of the trees rustling against them.
The molecules are whirling.
A whirling dervish out there, a whirling...
Underdog. 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 Underdog.
An underdog, named for an underdog.
But it was the underdog, Mankind, that Mrs. Foley's baby boy finally won the big one.
Baseball fan or not, your charisma and inventiveness made us root for that underdog to come out on top in the film Moneyball.
Thrust. 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 Thrust.
Not what he said, using atmosphere as thrust.
The thrust of the launch combined with the simultaneous lateral vibration liquefied the cubes and created an unbalanced load.
Bewildered. 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 Bewildered.
It's just that I'm rather bewildered.
They are bewildered. No, they're...
از اینکه تا پایان این ویدیو منو همراهی کردین خیلی ازتون ممنونم. لایک، کامنت یادتون نره. حتما ساب کنید و زنگوله رو بزنید تا هر وقت براتون فیلم جدید گذاشتم ازش مطلع بشید. تا ویدیوی بعدیمون، خداحافظ.